За бүгдээрээ сайн байцгаана уу? Бүгдэнд нь өнөөдрийн мэндийг хүргэе. За ингээ манай англи дээр ярилцах хэсэг маань эхэлж байна. За өнөөдрийн маань зочин болохоор Carrie Wallestad гээд Америкийн нэгдсэн улсад сууж байгаа. За миний бас хүчин багш маань байгаа. За тэгээ бүгдээрээ англи хэлээр сонсголоо. Ойлголтоо сайжруулцгаая. Okay, Carrie. Long time no.
Hello.
I just introduced you. You're my former teacher, and I really enjoyed your class. And I know you're in the States. So how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm happy to be in your interview, Nara. Thank you for asking me for the interview.
Yeah. Okay. Can you give a brief introduction about yourself, like what you're doing right now, and what were you doing in Mongolia when you were here?
Yes. So my name is Carrie Wallestad, and I am 41 years old. I moved to Mongolia in 2013, wow. And I taught at Mongolia International University, MIU, and I loved teaching at MIU. It was my favorite job that I have ever had. Nara was one of my first students, and she was a wonderful student in our English class. And I taught English, but I also taught geology, earth science, technical writing, and I also was the chair of the Energy Resources and Environmental Technology Department for 1 year. So I loved my time there, and then in the late in 2017, I moved back to the United States.
Okay, wonderful. That's like 6 or 7 years.
5 years. I was there for 5 years. Yes.
Okay. For me, as I was your student, I really enjoyed your class. And then I really liked the classroom atmosphere because everybody sat in a circle, and you made us read a book, and then we would discuss about the book, what we understood, and everything else. So can you tell us, like, what is the best way to improve our English, like writing, or there are different skills that we need to improve on. So how would you suggest for all the audience today? They're questioning, like, how can we improve our English? So what's your practice? How would you suggest them?
Well, thank you for asking me. I myself have been a language student many times. So in middle school, I studied Spanish, and then in high school and university, I studied Russian, and I studied in Russia for 1 semester. Wonderful. And then I moved to Mongolia, and I studied a very little bit of Mongolian, but sometimes I remember now. And now I am a full-time sign language student. That's the student for dulihun, like deaf people.
Yeah.
And I am, so right now that is my most fluent second language. And then Russian is my second most fluent language after that. So I have a lot of experience studying another language.
Yeah.
My suggestions are, as much as you can use English, please use it. So if you know anyone who speaks English and they will talk to you in English, try to talk to them only using English.
Right.
Don't mix English and Mongolian together. If you don't have people to talk to, or another suggestion is to watch shows in English and turn off the Mongolian subtitles. Don't watch with Mongolian subtitles. Just listen to the English the first time.
Yeah.
And then the second time, you can turn on the subtitles and see, did you understand, right? And then a third way is to read books. And if you can find, even one of my favorite ways is to read children's books, because children's books are easy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so if you can find children's books in English, and maybe you can find the same children's book in Mongolian, and then read it in English, try to understand, try to translate a little bit, and then read it in Mongolian and see how well you did. So as much as you can use English, that will help you.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot for your advice.
Yes.
So, let's talk about your time while you were in Mongolia. So how did you like Mongolia? There are two different cultures. So what was your biggest cultural shock? Yeah, how did you, adapt the new environment? What was the challenge?
Right. So for a very long time, from when I was 14 years old, I wanted to move to Asia.
Wow.
And I had dreams of living in Asia. I thought that I would live in Siberia in Russia. And I spent some time in Siberia and I loved Russia very much. But interestingly, my personality didn't fit in Russia very well. And I traveled to other countries. I traveled to China and to Sri Lanka, different countries in Asia. And then my team leaders invited me to come to Mongolia. And I thought, okay, it's between Russia and China. It will be a mixture of Russia and China. And I came to Mongolia. I was very wrong. It was not like China. It was not like Russia. It was just Mongolia.
Yeah.
And I loved Mongolia immediately. My heart felt at home. I felt like my soul fit in Mongolian culture better than any other culture I had visited. And I was so happy. And I loved the people, and I loved the food, and I loved the weather, because I grew up in the northern part of the United States, in the state of Minnesota, and it's cold there, and we have snow and ice skating and skiing and all of the seasons. So I loved being back home in a place where I could go ice skating every winter and enjoy the cold weather.
Yay.
And then enjoy the beautiful summers in the countryside, and enjoy Nadam, and enjoy Tsaganzar, and go to many friends' homes for Tsaganzar. Oh my goodness. I miss Mongolia so much.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so this is our very brief session. And then we'll move to the second one. I think that was pretty much 10 minutes. Everybody will do the second session later, and we'll post it on our page. So stay with our page, and we'll see you later. Thank you, Carrie, for your time.
You are welcome. We'll see you in the next session.